Hey guys, Sean with Custom Offsets. For those of you that don't know me or forgot who I am the founder of Custom Offsets, owner of Custom Offsets. This is CO2. CO2 is the second truck, that's why it's two. The original CO truck was actually the Chevy Avalanche, if you don't remember that one, with the rhino lining, or actually it was a scorpion lining and the large bolts through it and all sorts of other crazy stuff we did. Round two was CO2. Now, back in 2015, when we picked this truck up, our company was very small. We had very little money. We couldn't even afford the diesel. We asked ourselves 10 times, shouldn't we do the diesel for the Gram? But we didn't have the money for it. So we went with the 6-liter gas. It's 2500 HD because we needed it to pull stuff to shows. We brought our big trailer to all the shows so we could hook up with you guys, show you some wheels, do that kind of stuff. So the original CO2 build, if you remember, it was about a 6-inch rough country. No, it was a 5-inch rough country. I'm going with that as my final answer. And then we did the Aturo tires. It had the Cali off-road busteds on it, one of my favorite wheels at the time. And then we did some other light mods, whited everything out. Gold Standard hooked us up, did the headlights, everything like that. That was our budget build. We wanted to build that entire truck for about $75,000 with the cost of the vehicle plus all the modifications if you were to do it yourself, because we just wanted to prove that you could have a really clean, nice truck for that under $75,000, including the cost of the brand new truck. Then we wanted to try something a little different. We wanted to pull out that lift and put in the BDS and see what all the hype was about, the difference between the price points of the rough country. We had the very base model with the base model BDS. And then we redid the truck again. That came back again with a white powder coat BDS lift kit, their base model kit. And then we went with the Hostiles, went bigger on the wheels, bigger on the tires. I believe that time we were running the new Nitto, if I remember right, the new Nitto size, but it gave us that nice straight up and down sidewall, but on a 14 wide with the Hostiles. That was awesome. That was a very different build that actually upped the price quite a bit, but it still was super duper reasonable, and it was intentional once again. I think the flack that I've been hearing and catching all along is, how come you guys keep talking about builds when these are just bolt-on parts and that kind of stuff? So we want to up it just a little bit. We still aren't going to get crazy carried away. We'll show you some of what we do when we do that, but we're not going to swap it. We have the diesel, which is the Archon K350, as it's been come to known, build. So we've got the F350 already for our diesel. That's gonna be our big puller for going to shows and stuff like that. We wanna stay with CO2's gas motor because, for one, it's still the budget truck. It still costs, you know, half of what a lot of guys would have spent on a similar build if they went the diesel route and went high end and everything. But we wanna give her the love that she deserves. So what we're gonna do this time is we're coming back with the full coilover setup this time for BDS. We want to stay with BDS because we've been super happy with the quality and everything like that, but we want to do the full coilover system with the Resi shocks and all that. We're coming back this time, of course, with some Archons, some 26x14s. We're going to do some 37s. We've heard the fuel gripper. We ran into some issues a long while back with balancing and whatnot. We want to try it again and come back and see how that tire's doing. We've heard great things, and I know our customers are super happy with them, so we want to give those a shot. That's going to be our first chance running the fuel tire. But this time around, we're also going to do something I said I would never ever do. I'm not a performance guy. As you know, I'm a wheel guy. I love my wheels, love my tires, love my suspension. It's all about the aesthetics. But you guys have given us such a hard time, especially on the Gram, and pushing us hard because I know how much you guys like us to bowl for the Gram with you. We're going to supercharge it. So we're doing the Whipple supercharger. I believe they're talking about headers. There's been some other grumblings about other things. I'm gonna let that kind of play out and see how that goes. A lot of what we're doing is asking you guys what we should do, and that's where the whole supercharger thing came from. Somebody hit us up on Instagram and said you need to supercharge it, so here we are. Now we gotta supercharge it. So what we want to know from you guys is, should we get into performance? Should we start offering the superchargers, the tuners, the turbos, all of that stuff, get into the whole performance world? Or do you think we should stay in our own wheelhouse where we're already dominating, biggest wheel, tire, suspension guys, and just stay focused in what we already do? Let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys whether you think we should dabble in performance or stay where we're at. So definitely super pumped about it. Scared at the same time. We're gonna try to do as much in-house as humanly possible, probably all but paint, to be honest with you. And we'll take you guys on that journey, show you that we can do just a little bit more than just bolt on some wheels and tires, and CO2 gets to be the donor. So follow along, give us some input, tell us what you think, and Maybe we'll shift and move as you guys kick it back to us. Peace.